For centuries, scientists have been fascinated by the sun, the source of life and light for all the living beings on the earth. However, up to late 1800s, they are not able to fully understand how suns can create so much light and heat. The mystery of the sun's energy production was one of the most puzzling and enduring scientific mysteries of that time. One of the earliest attempts to explain sun's energy production was made by French mathematician and philosopher René Descartes, who proposed in 17th century that the sun's heat was generated by the impact of tiny particles on its surface. However, this theory was quickly disapproved by subsequent observations. In the 19th century, English scientist John Herschel proposed the sun's energy was produced by combination of coal and fossil fuels. However, this theory was also disapproved as it was clear that sun did not have enough fuel to sustain this process for billions of years. In late 1800s, scientists began to explore possibility of sun's energy production by some kind of a nuclear reaction. The German physicist Hermann Helmholtz proposed in 1854 that sun's heat was generated by the gradual contraction of its gases under the influence of gravity. However, this theory was later shown incorrect as it did not account for long-term sustainability of the sun. It was not until early 20th century that scientists finally began to unravel the mystery of sun's energy production. In 1905, the German physicist Albert Einstein proposed the famous equation E equal to mc square, which demonstrated the equivalence of mass and energy. The equivalence provided the theoretical basis for the possibility of nuclear energy production. In 1920s, British astronomer Arthur Eddington proposed that the sun's energy was generated by fusion of hydrogen nuclei into helium. This theory was based on Eddington's observation of the brightness and the temperature of the sun, as well as his knowledge of the nuclear physics. Over the next several decades, scientists refined their understanding of nuclear fusion and its role in powering sun and other stars. In conclusion, up to late 1800s, scientists could not fully understand how sun could create so much light and heat. Despite of centuries of speculation and investigation, the true nature of sun's energy production remained a mystery. It was not until the 20th century that the scientists finally began to unravel this mystery, thanks to pioneering work of scientists such as Albert Einstein and Arthur Eddington. Today we know that sun's energy is generated by the process of nuclear fusion, a discovery that has transformed the understanding of our universe and opened up new possibilities for energy production and sustainability. So thank you for watching this video. We hope that you found this information informative and helpful. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. And also don't hesitate to share this video with your friends and family who might find it interesting. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next video.